You know you love this shit. Bitch, you know you love this life. Don't nobody do you like me. You know you love. I'm saying no. Bitch, you know you love this life. Tell the truth. Don't nobody do you like me. You know. Cavalli dress and high heels and drop tops on Hot Wheels. We live how we wanna live 'cause we got meals. Them other niggas barely buy a hot meal.
Hey guys, today I'm gonna be doing a how to heal effectively commentary, and I have my level 70 priest, and I guess this is mainly for priests. You can't classify all the classes with this because I have power word shield and stuff like that. I guess there's equivalents in other classes, but pretty much I'll just be giving you a healing guide if you want to be able to heal. And I'm kinda in the middle of this and watching a football game or pre-game right now, so I'm not sure exactly how to do it. I probably shouldn't be doing that when a team relies on healer more than anything, but yep. Alright, so first things first, always, as soon as you enter any lobby, like raids, dungeons, anything, you probably know this, but you want to buff everyone with whatever buffs you got. So as a priest, you should have power word fortitude. I think you get it at around level 14, first buff you get. And then there's other small short, not too long lasting buffs, such as power word shield, pain suppression. Then there's kind of hymn of hope, which is it helps your party regenerate mana, but you're actually it's a channeled spell, so yeah. But you gotta every priest uses mana, so you should stack intellect and spirit, I think, over everything. I'm pretty sure it's they changed spirit in MOP, so I just hit level 73. So they changed the spirit or the intellect, and I think now it's the spell effectiveness. So yeah, there's that. These guys are still doing the quests, and some of them are just pulling. I think they just want the XP. Anyway, I don't know any of these people, so I'm actually kind of just winging it, hoping that they don't that they can actually work with the healer instead of doing their own thing. So let me back up because that's really loud. So what do we have? We have a druid, monk, and is this the right way? I haven't played on this healer for such a long time, which actually means I haven't played this dungeon, because I either play on my 85s plus or I play on my 1 through 60. So really, the Wrath of the Lich King dungeons, I do not remember a thing about them. I didn't even queue as a leader because I doubt I doubt I can remember any of this, which also isn't probably the best idea. I have a couple other healers. There was this point in time where I found out I was actually a decent healer, so I made every healer class, and I made druids, I made everything. Even when Mist of Pandaria first came out, I made a monk that was a Mistweaver. I haven't played on that in, I don't even remember, but so yeah. So anyway, let's get back to tips for healing. So you want to try to always keep your team above a certain health, just in case something happens. Just because you never know when you could get silenced or anything like that. So you want to keep them above, I would say, around 50. But if you're not in too much stress and your mana is still high, you probably want to keep them at 100 or 75 plus. You don't want to leave them hanging, because also there could be some boss effects on maybe a dungeon you just joined that you've never played in. There could be some boss effect that you don't know of, so, or even maybe just the mobs could do damage to your team, so you don't want that to happen. So anyway, one thing you want to always remember, always keep your always have your mouse close to the tank. Like, this is my tank, this guy right here. So I'm always gonna target him, so because he's the guy that's always gonna be taking damage. So for example, let's say you're a priest. As soon as you see he's at about 80 or 70% health, you want to start putting power word shield on him. And that applies for everyone, but with the other team members, you want to probably take it down to around 60, maybe even 40 before you cast the shield or the barrier that you have. Okay, I know with druids it's a lot of heals over times, so there's that. And also you want to be aware of how long your heal over time is gonna last, and because sometimes people get careless and try to type something real quick and say something to the team, but they don't realize that their power word shield or renew or I think they're called I don't even know, nourish, I think, for druids. And yeah, so I know for monks you want to keep your heal, like that's probably the one you'll have to notice the most, just because your heals are just coming and going. And the thing is, I know till like 30 you have one real spell that can heal, and that's that I forgot the name, but you have to be aware of that, because there's mobs that push you, there's mobs that can do pretty much anything to you, and a lot of people get careless when they're using a monk, because they think, if he does die, it's not even going to be my fault because I'm casting my spell on him. That's what I'm supposed to do. So you get kind of careless, and then something happens. Even first of all, you shouldn't let any of your teammates die, because as a monk, you really shouldn't be trying those red dungeons. You want to go yellow or green. Probably yellow, most likely. And if you're doing random dungeons, you're in okay shape. So yeah, pretty much you just want to keep yourself under control at all times and know what's happening. You really shouldn't be wanting to try to do damage unless you're really probably you'll do it a lot in the green dungeons, but you wanna try to do as little, like, no one's gonna get mad if you don't even do 1% damage, because, like, look, I still haven't done damage, but you'll see, I think on probably the next couple bosses, I'll probably start getting careless, because they're not as hard, or they're not really that hard, especially the last boss. It really does one strong hit, and then it kind of gets weaker. So yeah. Anyway, all healers have a base kind of healing strategy. There's always there's usually a buff for I know with the druids it's an overall stat buff. For priests you got the stamina buff. Priests are truthfully probably the best healers right now. I've heard paladins do good like large heals, but if you want to keep your team at around 80 to 90 health, you want to have a priest. You see, there's two leather wearing classes, the monk and the druid. There's the cloth wearing class, the priest. There's plate, which is paladin, and then there's shaman, which is male. So yeah, you have those.